7 seasons. And all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Hey, middle.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back to throw now on 1st down.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Bengals score.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game.
Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now it's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. The Chargers out to an early lead over the Chiefs. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it out in order to try and get the upset win.
2nd and 5. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
From the 27, Jackson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 2nd and 3. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Touchdown! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scored.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Continued struggles here in the 2nd quarter, and to me, you can pin a lot of them on an inability to convert 3rd downs. And that most recent incompletion to the list of examples.
Fielded at about the 28. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Bengals have recovered it. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
That's complete. It's Collins. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Throw left side complete to Chase. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes this 35-0 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson.
That's caught. It's Brian Edwards.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 3rd down, Jackson.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked 2. Instead, it's 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got a man complete past the 20 and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
A slant route caught by Bateman. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. Finding room at midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now Jackson on 1st down.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down.
They'll find Bateman once more. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Tucker's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Ready, set. 77 look. Go street. Hustle.
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Bengal offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Warriors 17. 19 sight. 19 sight.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open man is Chase, complete.
He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Collins. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run. A 1st down. Back to throw again. He will find his man Chase complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now back to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field. For him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
2nd and 13.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Baltimore Raven offense returns, and we see wide receiver Rashad Bateman bringing him out.
Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now, instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves.
Back now in Baltimore.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout. But you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figure.
Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Jackson will throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the room.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll set up to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
McPherson on for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Got Edwards now on the slant.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable in the final quarter of play. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
The Ravens ready to take over. We're facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. This offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking it about the 36.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a